Mike Cardano with RotoExperts and the Fantasy Sports Network here with your Daily Fantasy Minute. So where do you stand on Kris Bryant? 9 home runs and 40 at-bats this spring, and it appeared that the entire free world was offended when he was sent down to start the season. So now he's got 55 at-bats in actual Major League games without a long fly to his credit. Now, he's hitting .291, but his minuscule .382 slugging percentage looks more like a guy who's a punch-and-judy leadoff hitter. This is certainly not what you are paying for in DFS on any given day, and it's not why you may have drafted him in your season-long leagues. Now, I was clearly in the minority in the Twitter sphere as I was steadfast that the power would not be there early on, as Bryant simply would not see the pitches that he wanted to hit in the early going. No one wanted to hear from me, and I was cast off as a fantasy moron. But that's exactly what's happening. Now, to his credit, Bryant is taking his walks, resulting in keeping his average up, and he has a good OPS, and he's scoring runs. But this isn't the minor leagues, it isn't spring training, and these pitchers simply aren't going to give in to him. The power will definitely come, but there is a process that has to take place in Major League Baseball where pitchers throw a certain way to uber prospects like this until they find out what they can and can't do. That process takes time, and it has to take its course. Bryant will be fine. It's you guys who need to be patient. Most folks seem to be loving Danny Salazar today. What's not to like? 19 innings this season, Salazar has piled up 28 strikeouts against just 5 walks. Now, those strikeouts have always been there with Salazar, but it's the walks that have done him in as a young pitcher. So far this season, he seems to have cured that. But I'm off him today. I have a rule. I do not start pitchers against the Royals in DFS. I put this rule in place last season, and I haven't changed the way I look at things. This is a rule that in large part has served me pretty well. Much like last year, the Royals simply do not strike out, having only been punched out a Major League low 142 times this season, or 5.6 times per game. Could they strike out more on any given night? Sure they could. But I'm playing every day, so I'm playing the percentages, and over the long haul, it's something that works well for me. Now, last Wednesday, Salazar faced the Royals, striking out 7 and walking none, but giving up 4 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings, although he did get the win. So while he fared better than most in the strikeout department, the rest of his line really wasn't something that knocked my Aunt County socks off. I'm sure I'll be in the minority here, but that's alright. I have another pitcher I'll throw in tournaments today, while everybody else is throwing Salazar, and I'd prefer to have the lesser-owned guy anyway. Now, for those of you who think my logic is faulty and really like Salazar today, I suggest that you play him on FanDuel, where he's much more attractively priced. Alright, so who am I going to throw? Well, with Hanley Ramirez out of the lineup today, I'm looking to go with Tampa Bay lefty Drew Smyly tonight, picking on a Red Sox lineup that suddenly looks very anemic against quality left-handed pitching. Big Papi is a .293 career hitter against righties, but only has a .266 average against lefties, and he slugs 100 points less. And Pablo Sandoval crushes right-handers. He's hitting .415 on this season with an OPS of 1,063, but he couldn't hit you or I if we were out there throwing left-handed. Whether you're lefty or not, he's hitting just .083 with a .203 OPS against southpaws. Now, I don't know which of these two extremes is more notable, the fact that Sandoval annihilates the ball from the left side of the plate, or that he can't hit it from the right side, but either way, makes you wonder why the Panda doesn't give up hitting from the right side altogether. That's 1/3 of the Red Sox lineup missing or neutralized in my mind, and it's the third that packs the biggest wallop as well. As for Smyly, he began the season on the DL with a bum shoulder, but he's now made 2 starts and he's stretched out to 89 pitches last outing against the Yankees, going 6 innings, striking out 10. Now, Smyly is a lefty that definitely flies under the radar because, unbeknownst to many, he's been one of the very best pitchers in baseball since going to the Rays in the David Price trade last year. Check this out. Since being traded, in his last 9 starts, Smyly has thrown 58 in the 3rd inning, striking out 59 with an ERA of 2 and a whip of .771. Now, one of the interesting things I find here is that these DFS prices were set before Hanley Ramirez hurt his shoulder last night. So you get to pay out for Drew Smyly without having him to face Hanley Ramirez 3 or 4 times. Now, if you're looking for some hitters to play or more site-specific recommendations, including different options for value plays, tournament plays, and cash games, check out the premium products on dailyroto.com, put together by Drew Dinkmeyer, Mike Leone, and the most respected team in the business. Their email alerts will keep you from missing all the latest last-minute changes in weather and last-second lineup substitutions. And the forums on the site are jam-packed with useful interactivity and information like site-specific strategy suggestions that benefit the entire user community. So head on over to dailyroto.com and check out the advice and forums and interact with the rest of the DFS community looking to hone their skills. Good luck today, everyone. I'm Mike Cardano, and this has been your Daily Fantasy Minute.